and welcome to KCGR Golden News,
where we pan out the news.
I'm Sherry Sugar.
And I'm Kathy.
Today our top story is the California Gold Rush with Goldie Stream. But first, breaking news with the riot at the opera. Riot Stream has the story.
Thank you, Sherry. We're here at the Opera House where two competing productions of Macbeth were held on the same night in New York City. The result was the worst disaster in theater history. William McGrady was performing at an upscale Astor Opera House while his mighty rival Edwin Forrest was on stage only a few short blocks away at a Broadway theater. Forrest and his fans were by all accounts a group of bullies. That the English-born McGrady was diverting attention from Forrest, who was carving out a name for himself as the first great American-born Shakespearean actor. A mob of loud, insufferable Forrest groupies had disrupted a previous McGrady performance, throwing chairs from the balcony to the stage below. Preparing for the worst, McGrady asked militiamen to guard the theater during his performance of Macbeth, when Forrest's fanatics arrived carrying glass bottles and stones as weapons. They were met by McGrady's armed guards, and ensuing clash, 22 people lost their lives, including innocent people walking by the theater.
Thank you, Riot Stream.
That was a very good riot.
I didn't know what was going to happen next.
Okay.
Okay.
Now in other news, the exclusive interview with the world's first woman doctor, Elizabeth Blackwell. Here's Madison Malaria with the story.
Thank you, Caffeine. I'm here today with Dr. Elizabeth Blackwell. Elizabeth, will you tell us something about yourself?
I'm the first female doctor in the world. I was born in Bristol, England, and my first dreams about being a doctor is when I saved one of my dearest friends from a case of Spanish influenza.
Wow, that's great. Thank you for your time, Elizabeth.
You're welcome.
Back to you in the studios, Kathy.
Thank you, Madison Malaria. Now we're going to cut to a commercial break.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. Do you want to go play?
I guess.
Okay.
Whoa! My clothes!
Oh no! Ah! Let's go to my house and get a safety pin. Okay, all done.
What'd you do?
I put a safety pin there.
A safety what?
A safety pin.
What's that?
It's a thing that holds pieces of clothing and stuff together.
Wow, how futuristic.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye. Welcome back. Oh, bummer. Sad situation. There's a reported fire in San Francisco this morning. A lot of damage is going on right now. Ashlyn Burns is on site.
Thank you, Sherry Sugar. I'm here in San Francisco with the latest on the San Francisco fire. The fire occurred on December 24th, 1849 at 6 a.m. This was San Francisco's first great fire. The fire ignited at Denison's Exchange, which is one of the city's richest gambling houses on Kearny Street opposite Portsmouth Square. The flames rapidly destroyed Denison's and the south side of Washington Street between Kearny and Montgomery before the blazing fire was stopped. The fire was stopped by blowing up and pulling down houses at the edges of the fire. It only took a few short hours to destroy the newly minted Gold Rush City. I'm here with one of the survivors of the fire. So how did you escape the fire?
Well, I was lucky enough to find a beam that hadn't been burned yet, and I was able to crash it through the door and save at least another 6 or 7 people.
Wow, that's cool. I'm glad you were able to save all those people. The volunteer fire department was established the next day with the San Francisco, the Empire, and the Protection Companies. The San Franciscans rebuilt their city in less than a month of days. Now back to you in the studio. Sherry?
Now in other sad news today, Edgar Allan Poe was confirmed dead after a series of poking and tests. There at the funeral, Raven Hart has a sad story.
Thank you, Kathy. We're here today at the funeral procession for Edgar Allan Poe, who died several days ago at the young age of 40. He was last seen leaving a birthday celebration at which he had a few drinks. He was on his way to visit his young fiancée, and when he did not show up, his family became worried. Several days later, he was found and lying unconscious in a gutter. Several days after that, he passed away. The exact cause of death is unknown. However, it is known that for the past several years, Edgar Allan Poe had been struggling with bouts of alcoholism after the death of his young wife.
Thank you, Raven Hart.
Now with our top story. For over a year now, miners have flocked here from all over the world in hopes of striking it rich. Goldie Stream has the story.
Thank you, Sherry Sugar. And now here we are today in Northern California with our top story, gold mining. As we observe to my right, we have several miners using a method of finding gold known as panning. They have been here for several months. Their tents and tools are wearing out, being damaged by weather, or being stolen by other miners. Their food, as well, is running low.
Eureka! I found it! I found gold!
This miner has just found gold! Laurel has just come out of the bushes! Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the first time she has struck. She has taken the miner's gold from her hand. Now she's running up that hill! What is that? Beside her, Bigfoot! The miner's chasing after Laurel and Bigfoot. She's running up the hill as fast as she can to grab and claim back her gold. Bigfoot has just thrown a banana peel at her. Laurel has gotten away. The miner has lost her. And Laura is now doing a victory dance. Oh no! That is all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on KCGR Golden News, where we pan out the news.
I'm hungry! Thanks, Goldie.
What an interesting day it has been.
Yes, it has. Well, this is Sherry Sugar
And Kathy Caffeine.
saying,
Stay classy, Agent 49.
thanks for stopping by with KCGR Golden News,
Where we pan out the news.
What is that in the hills with a banana?
San Francisco.
I don't know where it is.
San
How are these
Francisco.
people supposed to get the information if I
San
don't even have the
Francisco.
information?
San Francisco.
No, what did you Fine.
At the Opera House, where two competing productions of Macbeth were held on the same performing at an upscale Astor Opera House, while his mighty rival Edwin Forrest was on stage only a few short blocks away at the Broadway Theater.
Wait, stop! I got hit by a brick! Jesse dropped a brick on my arm.